We are now nearing the end of July, and really quickly, before we get too far into this video, if my voice sounds insane, if my trains of thought disappear upon the horizon, I woke up a singular minute ago. I'm tired, and my brain's exploding. So, anyways, we're at the end of July, and that means we are at the end of Art Fight as well. So I thought I would go all out for the last full piece that I made for Art Fight, and just talk about my experience doing Art Fight this year, blah 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 blah, just having fun. So remember the last Art Fight video that I made where I said that one of the best things that you can do for Art Fight is to experiment, and then I continued to draw every single thing that was super comfortable and easy for me to draw. Yeah. So I thought, okay, alright, Eddie, we're being hypocritical, okay? We're being a bit naughty with that piece of advice. Why don't you take your own for this video? And initially what I was going to do was I was going to do 3 different portraits still, like we have been doing, but then work in particularly difficult angles. And then I started doing that, and it didn't look good, and it wasn't fun. So I didn't do it. Instead, what I decided to do was I was gonna do a full body. Oh, whoa! But not only was I gonna do a full body, I'm gonna draw items, accessories, like a little sketch page. So I did, because it looked fun. I was watching another creator do like a challenge video where they were drawing their character in a bunch of different ways, and one of them was like a ref sheet. So I was like, all right, okay, let me try to do that. I've been drawing a lot of them for commissions lately, surprisingly, not necessarily in this style, but just as a general. So I was like, I'm gonna do another one, I'm gonna make it really cute, I'm gonna pick a character that I really enjoy, so that doing this as a whole will be easier. So this character is by Baddie Brain. As you can see, their ref will probably pop up on screen at some point if I can remember, but I love their design. It's so cute, it's so pretty. I love me a scene queen, I love me a zombie character, so I was drawn to this one very swiftly. It was very easy for me to do. One thing that I regret about not necessarily choosing this character more so than choosing the pose that I did for this character was having them twisted meant that I didn't get to draw all the cute little eyeballs on their sweater. So I totally missed out on that, which I feel like almost is like a really specific part of their character design, but at the same time it does say in character information, so we can mess with outfits and stuff. So hopefully I guess it's not like a key, like this is a major part of their character design, right. Anyways, hopefully it's still recognizable. Obviously I do have their name just right there at the top. But anyway, let's get into all the little teeny tiny elements that I made for this character. So starting off with their nameplate, I initially was, okay, if you're my age, which is old, you might remember the trend of the early 2010s, and even honestly the late 2000s of Decoden. Does anybody remember Decoden? If you don't, let me recap. So Decoden was basically a trend where, particularly in like J fashion spaces, where people would take like silicone or some type of silicone adjacent thing and pipe it onto different objects in a way that looks kind of like icing. This could be like your phone case, it could be your iPod case, it could be like little everyday objects that you would use all of the time, and people would decorate them to look like little cakes. You could like pipe the icing on in a bunch of different colors and patterns and blah blah blah, and decorate it with these little things called kabuchons, which were like anything that you can imagine. It could be like Rilakkuma, it could be cinnamon roll, it could be, in this case, what I was trying to do, a little wafer cookie. But I realized after finishing it that it looks like a brain, which is also a plus because this character is a zombie. So let's just say it was on purpose. It's a brain. It's a brain. It was never a cookie. But it was. It was supposed to be a little wafer cookie with a little bite taken out of it because I thought it would be so cute. Again, I don't know why my brain instantly went to that for the shape of it, because I didn't want to do like a normal like tag or a name tag or anything like that. Those cookie cabochons often had like words written on them, whether it was like yummy or cookie or something like that. So I thought it would be cute to put her name on there. Ended up looking like a brain. Whatever. Bonus. She's a zombie. So that made it really easy. So I got the nameplate down. And then I went onto Pinterest and I did the easiest thing possible, which was Google pastel goth accessories. Because that's kind of what this character, I mean, she is, I think, listed on their Artfit page as being seen, but with pastel goth and emo and scene and stuff like that, a lot of their accessory categories tend to overlap. The actual like display of said fashion is very different, but when it comes to just like little tiny details, again, there is a lot of overlap between those aesthetics between those aesthetics. So, and I can say that because I grew up in them. Okay, I was very much an emo kid. I don't know if that ever left me. Let's be real. Anyways, so I looked up pastel goth accessories. I found some inspo. I changed some things around. I made my own in some aspects, like the little kitty plushie, because I didn't want to directly follow any like specific brand or anything like that. I kind of just wanted to do my own thing. That being said, I totally ripped that mascara. I don't know this brand. Hopefully they don't suck. It just looks really cool. So I drew that mascara. I threw in a screwdriver because you can't really tell from this angle, but the character actually has like Frankenstein-esque sort of like bolts on their neck. So I was like, if she had a bag that she carried around, would it not be so funny for her to have a screwdriver and bonus bolts in case one of them slipped out? I just thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. And then we have little eyeball earrings because, again, you can't see the eyeballs, but the shirt had, a ton. I had like at least 12 pairs of eyes on there. So I was like, okay, that's so cute. I want to bring that eyeball in there again somewhere other than just on the nameplate. So I made little heart-shaped eyeballs, but then I gave them little beads so it would look like they're tears, little crying eyeballs, and I want these earrings in real life. Honestly, they're cute. I fear I might have to make them, but if I do make them, I cannot wear them. It's so tragic. I used to make earrings in 2020. Fun fact: if you're a newer viewer to the channel, you may not know, I was very much one of those artists in 2020 on TikTok, on Etsy, making little we called them lesbian earrings at the time because it was like a very big trend for queer women to wear earrings that were, just the objects ever. Never a normal pair. You have to have like giant whale sharks as your earrings, and people still do that. And I think it's cute. I think it's adorable. I love funky earrings. However, I stopped making them. One, because it was really hard. I was using air dry clay. Everybody else was using polymer clay, I believe. Well, there were some people using air dry clay. I just wasn't very good at it. I wasn't very good at sculpting. Painting them was really hard. I had cats. It was difficult. Okay. But anyway, not only that, but the earring back. So I have a ton of leftovers in life, right? And the earring things that I bought, I am allergic to. And it's really tragic. I don't know why I didn't think to search like nickel-free earring backs or whatever, because that's what I'm allergic to. I'm allergic to nickel. Fun fact. I'm allergic to them. I can't wear them. It's really annoying. I even have like this really cute like wire wrapped pair of earrings that I made with crystals that I got in a small town in Arkansas. And they're so pretty, and I can't wear them because I'm allergic to them. Anyways. Maybe if I ever splurge and go buy nickel-free earring caps for no reason, because I'll have to buy like 900 of them, because you can only get them in bulk. It's ridiculous. Then perhaps I'll make those earrings. Anyways, that's pretty much it for accessories. I did forget all of her hairpins. It was quite tragic. I didn't realize until after I finished everything that I forgot them. I also realized partway through the speed paint, hey, ding ding, you forgot not only her literal tail, because this is a kitty cat. They kind of need a tail, but also the cute little bat wings, which were why I chose the bat wing purse. So I had to go back in and add those in, and then it came to rendering, quote unquote. I say quote unquote because I did not render this character. I really wanted to, but it was getting late on Thursday, and I was like, I have got to get this video out. I really need to finish it. So I did some cel shading instead, which I think actually honestly helped, because I went with a very simplistic style for this character, and like her features and everything like that. I wanted to do a really detailed piece because this character has such a cute freaking design. Honestly, this person in general has such cute OCs. I've done several commissions for them before, and all of their OCs are so bad. And when I say bad, I mean like they're baddies. They're so cute. They have such fantastic designs. They are very fun to render. But I was panicking. I had to get this video out. So I went pretty simple. You guys don't really see this cartoony style from me too often on this channel, honestly. So let me know how you guys feel about it. Let me know what you're thinking. Again, I don't do it too often. Sometimes I just don't deem it like good enough for the channel. I feel like I have to do like super polished illustrations all of the time. Honestly, that's a little silly. Isn't that a little silly goose of me? I think it is. I think it's quite goofy of me, and I think I need to just make whatever art feels fun and comfortable. Comfortable? How did I blend through that word? Anyways, whatever art feels fun and comfortable for me at the time is the art that I should be putting out and making and sharing with you guys. So hopefully I have learned a lesson from this piece. I doubt it, but I'm gonna try. Anyways, so I went simpler. I did cel shading. Can you tell I'm sleepy? I did cel shading, but then I went ham, doing the not the background, the like just the finishing, I guess, partially the background. I've been doing this thing a lot lately where I've been making it look almost like dreamy, I want to say. I'll like do a bunch of stuff where it's like, okay, I'll duplicate everything, and then I'll blur it, and then I'll add like a noise layer, and then I'll add like a color filter over it so everything like blends together, because a lot of the time the colors that I'm working blend well together when I'm working on a white background, but then once I decide, okay, I need to do a color for the background, I'll pick it, and then all of a sudden the colors don't look harmonious anymore. So it's like, okay, I get to do the fun little thing that I have being a digital artist called put a multiply layer over it, or some other kind of color layer, which technically, before I get the crowd of like, oh, digital art are cheaters, you have this as well. You should know this too. It's called a glaze. Put it over your piece. You can do it. I promise. No one will be mad at you. No one will be mad at you. You might be mad at yourself when you do it and it's wrong, but you have the option. It's there. Learn a skill. Surprise! Congrats. Anyways, so I get the color going, and then I'll mess with like chromatic aberration and stuff like that. I just think it makes everything like really fun and vintage and cute. Like, for example, I didn't do a YouTube video of this, but I did live stream it, because I did for several of my, I almost said artistry, plug for my commissions, I guess, they're on the mind, art fight. I've been streaming a lot of my art fight, warm-ups on TikTok. Anyways, I was streaming a lot of those on TikTok, and one of them was a piece that I did for a friend that I thought was really cute. And then I was doing these, and then I clicked the glitch function just because I wanted to like look at it and see if it would add anything to it. I did like the noise and the chromatic and stuff, and then I moved the glitch, and I was like, wait, This looks low-key like VHS footage. So then I made a whole entire GIF of this character glitching because I thought it looked cool. So yeah, been really, really messing around with that. Oh, also I thought it would be fun to do like a character like sometimes I've done this very rarely, when I feel like a background is empty, even if I have like a pattern and elements going on, where I will take the main focus of the character, which obviously is like the portrait, and I will make it big and then drop the opacity and then put it somewhere in the background. I don't know why. I don't know why it adds to the piece. It's the same exact drawing I already drew, again, bigger. But for some reason it just looks really cool. I really like the effect it gives. I don't know, someone explain. But anyway, we finally have this finished piece here, or we're getting to the finished piece here, so hopefully you enjoyed. Art fight in general this year was awesome. I had so much fun. I got so many attacks out. Did I attack everybody back? No! God! No! I didn't! I really wish I did. So if I didn't attack you back this year, next year I am coming for you. Because I had a lot on my plate in January. In January? It is July. Again, I just woke up. So yeah, I struggled. I struggled in July. Clearly I'm mentally struggling in July as well. But yeah, I got a lot of attacks out. Some were revenges, some were just me picking people's characters that I thought were genuinely fun for me to draw. I didn't challenge myself too much. I will say this is probably, other than trying to do that animation and another few characters here and there, I mostly just drew stuff that I wanted to draw, or revenges. And that's fine. It was really fun. Hopefully if you participated in the art fight as well, hopefully you had fun. I know as this is going up, there are still technically, wait, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Yeah, 5 days left of art fight. So maybe you're still participating. Maybe you're gonna go until the last second, which I hope some of you are, because when I looked this morning and saw that Crystals was behind by 0.1%, why is it so close this year? Legitimately, why is it so close this year? Last year it was a landslide. It was so obvious the entire time that Stardust was gonna crush it. You fossils are insane. What is up with you guys? How are you doing this? Because I know Crystal is the majority. The majority of people are on Team Crystal. We've got a lot of numbers behind us. Fossils are insane. So big ups to you guys. If you're gonna participate until the very last second, let me know in the comments. If you've been enjoying art fight in general, let me know in the comments. If you enjoy the art that you see on screen, feel free to follow me on all of my social medias, including very cool stuff like my artistry, which, why you can't follow me on artistry, but you can go look at it because I do commissions, or my Patreon, which you can follow me on for money or for free. I don't post a lot of free content on there though, because I get confused. I really don't know what to post on there that I wouldn't post on my other social media. Anyways, but I do post a lot of cool stuff on there for my actual members. It starts as little as $1 a month. It goes all the way up to $30, and that $30 tier has literally like $70, $60, $70, $80 worth of free stuff on there. So many free things. And you get a monthly commission every single month? Are you kidding me? Very cool. Very slay. I would suggest you go and check it out. It's awesome. So thank you so much for all of my wonderful patrons who have supported me throughout the months. You guys are amazing. If you are curious to see what the monthly rewards for this month are going to be, maybe you're new to the channel somehow, hi, hello, welcome. Check last week's video. I just released the Patreon thing. Well, you guys knew the thing, but I released the rewards, so you guys can see what those look like if you want to jump on one of those tiers that offers those as physicals, or digital downloads, in fact. So yeah, those are on there. And also, if you're still watching this video somehow after literally 19 minutes of me yapping about absolutely nothing, very cool, why don't you subscribe? You've been listening to me for a really long time. Clearly you like the sound of my voice. And some of you have said that to me directly, which is insane. Thanks! That's really cool. So if you like the sound of my voice, including what I sound like when I'm sleep deprived, subscribe to my channel. Please, thank you. It actually does really genuinely help, especially now that YouTube has finally decided that they're going to get rid of monetizing all AI content. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I hate AI. I hate AI. I hate what it's doing to the environment. I hate what it's doing to people's brains. I hate what it's doing to people's, like, communication. It's so bad. So thank God. I'm really happy about that. YouTube, big ups for doing that, because I know that content was probably making them a lot, and they still made the decision to not monetize that type of content. So I very much appreciate for them, or I appreciate that from. Come on, I'm done. It's based. Thank you, YouTube. I'll see you guys next week. I love you guys so much. Bye.